And they're off. Both Darkmagician and SDiezal are going through the opening text box, an opening sort of message. I guess I'll start by saying hi, everyone. It's me, Mages1. Hope you're all having a fine evening. Trust me, I literally had a whole intro and everything prepared for this, going through like a fight announcer, but I'm gonna have to cut that short. So I'll just shorten it to say, on the left, Darkmagician and his opponent. On the right, SDiezal! Diesel and Darkmagician picking up their sword from their uncle. And now heading down towards the inside of the castle. Diesel getting bodied by the guard, while DM gets a clean entrance. You'll notice both of our runners trying to employ pumping. I will leave it to the chat bot to explain that, but in short, we try to match to try to get a link to get a consistent 2 pixel sport movement rate instead of 1. And thank you, EA, for posting that. Both of them are now on their way towards the stealth room, according to Blunt. Honey. Beautiful, beautiful. Dodge that guard. DM dodges. So does SDiezal. They're going into the green guard room. It will soon be picking up their boomerangs. Beautiful. DM has got his boomerang. While Diesel's choosing to knock on the door to get the guard. He picks up his. The Darkmagician has rescued Zelda and is on his way to the sewers, while Diesel has picked up his maiden and is now on his way as well. And DM is the first to get back to the lobby, while Diesel is almost right behind him. Zelda, of course, letting Link know where the secret passage is. I always do wonder why she talks to Link instead of just using her telepathic powers. I mean, there are guards around here. Diesel and Darkmagician pushing the altar slash hidden tapestry slash I'm not even sure what it's supposed to be away from the throne room and now are in the secret passage. DM just about to pick up his cellar key and make his way into the sewers, while Diesel is hot on his heels. Now, accordingly, this run truly doesn't start until after Eastern, where we pick up our we pick up basically our running shoes from Sarala as he takes them right off his feet. But until then, enjoy the massive amount of pumping and heavy use of the boomerang and all the others that Eastern and Escape are basically to all of us. Oh no! Diesel getting the text box! And Zelda is rescued. Both runners dropping her off with the priest in the chapel, in the Japanese version, sanctuary in the US. Mashing through that text, and I'm pretty sure both of them will be picking up the sanctuary heart. Sank heart. The only heart container we pick up this entire run apart from the boss drops. But it is that important. It saves so many runs. As both of our runners make their way towards Eastern Palace, you'll see them taking care of those Octoroks and either booming, taking a hit, or choosing to slash at this Armos Knight. Darkmagician opting for the slash, Diesel opting for the boomerang. And both of them are into Eastern. Eastern Palace. The palace where we find the Pendant of Currents. The palace with Armos Knight. The palace with the Cannonball RNG that we hope to never see the large Cannonball in. And they're both through the Cannonball room. Now, DM is the first to enter the Stalfos room. As you will notice, there's no enemies in there. Oh! Oh no! Darkmagician missing the throw! Diesel's the first to pick up his key. It is now off towards his big key to get his bow. And DM is right on his heels. Diesel's got his big key. Using the damage boost off the Popo. DM does the same, and now he has his. And Darkmagician has his bow. Diesel the first into the arrow stock-up room. Nice 20 drop for Darkmagician. Looks like Diesel will be the first into the Armos fight. Igor's giving him a bit of a troll. But he's stocked up completely on arrows. It looks like he's opting for the top right corner strats. And he gets the quick kill. Darkmagician is now into his armorist fight. Oh no! And DM finally brings down the armor knights. It picks up his pendant of courage. While on Diesel's side, he's gone to talk to the strange old hermit that lives near the palace and show him the pendant of courage. It now has his pair of ancient mystical boots thanks to him. And then opting to raid his back closet. DM getting spin speed, while Diesel is on his way towards the library. Diesel getting the spin speed to the library. Darkmagician is right behind him. Picking up his ancient book of wisdom. Up to the water walking. Beautiful done by Diesel. I expect Darkmagician to pull off the same. And they'll both be shortly praying to the gods to open desert. Oh, in a sense, shift 3 rocks around so that way they can walk up. Now, however, folks, both of our runners will be picking up their dusty, dirty power gloves from the Desert Palace here. I guess they were buried in the backyard because their parents couldn't find a spot to store them in the basement. Now let's see what Diesel's Cannonball RNG is. Barely dodging that BMOS there. Gets a decent pattern and picks up his big key. Yeah, into his pattern. Oh, and he gets the best of them. On his way back out. Gotta love that book spam. And Diesel is the first to pick up his power gloves. He's playing with power, folks! He's playing with power! He's playing with powers you can't understand. And DM has his, too. They're now off to Lenmos, one of the trolliest bosses this early in the game. Oh, Diesel with a full cover of arrows. Will Darkmagician pick up the extra 5? That's just a question. That Igor chasing around Diesel. Darkmagician to the same route, opting to pick up the 5 arrows. And it's just about neck and neck, folks. It's coming down to Len Mullis. For now. And one Len Mull down on Diesel's side. One down on Darkmagician's. Second one down on both sides. And the third and final one down on Diesel's side. But Darkmagician is right behind him. They both pick up their pendant of wisdom. And are off to Hera. But with a quick stop to attempt fake flippers, which essentially is transitioning while falling into water with the one frame you have before the game checks to see if you're drowning. And that allows us to swim without flippers. Let me say, it allows us to not have to pay 500 rupees to swim with flippers, at least while we're outside. Indoor swimming still costs 500 bucks. And DM gets it on his first try, and so does Diesel. Darkmagician first to find his old lost man. Diesel picks up his lost old man as well. He's telling him a legend about the 7 maidens, why they're so important, the 7 wise men, and I forget what else it says in the US manual about him. Oh no! Darkmagician getting Dead rock blocked! Well, Diesel manages to make it and avoids those flying green cabbages. And he's picked up his magic mirror. Diesel manages to get his spin speed. As the Darkmagician. Here it comes, folks! The tile room! One of the longest and most annoying rooms in the game. I believe it's, what, a minute and a half to get through this room? Darkmagician opting for one of my favorite strats, the hold out your sword and dash buffer it. Works great because as long as you can manage that, the blocks will always hit your sword. Oh no, Darkmagician needs to be careful. He's not half a heart. No, he needs to be careful. He's got his big key. Both of our runners about to perform the bomb jump over to the Moon Pearl. It's a 2-pixel window, if I recall correctly, up to 6 if we bonk off the wall to make it easier. I'm sure both of our runners will do that. Yep, Diesel's across. As is Darkmagician. The Darkmagician needs to be careful now. Both of them choosing to at least pick up one heart from that row of safety hearts. And they're both into their Trolldawn fights. Trolldawn no trolling. Trolldawn no trolling. Oh no! Darkmagician takes a fall! And Trolldawn down for Diesel. He'll be picking up his pendant of wisdom and going to the Master Sword. And Trolldawn's down for Darkmagician. We have a close one today, folks. Remember, if you're enjoying this exciting race, please remember to give our runners SDiezal and Darkmagician1184 a follow. It looks like Diesel will be the first into the Lost Woods. choosing to raid the old man's hut means he already has his 110 rupees for Kiki. Well, Dark Magician will have to use, and will most likely use the pull tree method. First pulling a tree here, collecting some money, then opting to take and kill 4 enemies to set his prize pack count to the highest setting, which will give him 80 rupees. That's right, folks. 4 big red rupees. And Diesel's off to Aghanim. Dark Magician choosing to not walk up to pull that sword. Fun fact, yes, you can pull the sword without walking up those steps. Diesel opting to pull his funguses. It is running towards Aghanim. Some frustration slashes from DM. Just also getting the fungus, the mysterious fungus in the woods. And since he hasn't taken damage, he gets rewarded with 80 rupees. Now that extortionist monkey can get paid. Diesel the first into Aga Tower. Will we see the prize pack manipulation? Barrier down on Dark Magician's side, and he's now entering Aga Tower as well. DM opting to ring the doorbell constantly for those guards. It's neck and neck, folks. While we have a minute, let's start getting your blue ball guesses in chat for Diesel. As Dark Magician will be there soon enough. I know I'm personally hoping that we don't have the 15 blue ball cycle. I think it's 15 is the most, or is it 16? I know Scrivo's in chat, and I think he's dealt with that before. Scrivo, is it 15 or 16? And looks like chat's calling for at least 6 or so. Well, some 4s, some 3s. 1 6, 1 5. Someone saying 2. Here's hoping. And what do you all think for Dark Magician? Diesel the First and Aga won, while Darkmagician is having to see Zelda get sacrificed and turned into a crystal, and releasing Ganon. That's 1 hit for Diesel. I'm not even going to try to call out this one because it's going to be too hard. So let's count blue balls. 1 blue ball for Diesel. One blue ball for Darkmagician. 2 blue balls for Darkmagician. 2 blue balls for Diesel. 3 blue balls for Diesel. 3 blue balls for Darkmagician. 4 blue balls for Darkmagician. And Aga down for Diesel with a blue ball total of 3. And Aga down for Darkmagician. They're both being warped to the Dark World, where that mystical magical moon pearl will let Link stay as a human. Now they have to sit and hear Celestirala tell them about how Link needs to rescue the 7 maidens, and how this land used to be the Golden Land, and how Ganon transformed it into evil. And Diesel avoids the, I'll quote a fellow commentator of mine, Akira Tsubasa, who has nicknamed them the Murderdactyls before. And Diesel was the first one to meet up with the most dangerous monkey in all the game, Kiki. Charges him 10 rupees just to follow you, and another 100 just to push a switch. This race is really close, folks. Make sure not to leave your seats or else you'll miss something important. Ah, good old pod. Palace of Darkness. The true first dungeon of the game. The Dungeon of Perils. The Dungeon of the Helmasaur. The location of the turtles that do not live in Turtle Rock. Diesel the first to grab his big key. He's on his way to the M-Chan Hammer. And Diesel gets his bomb jump. Menu go up, menu go down. Menu go up, menu go down. And Darkmagician is a cost. Nice hammer dash on Diesel's side. That is a Japanese 1.0 exclusive glitch. Basically, it lets Link run with items if you press the item button and the dash button at the same time. I guess the developers did not want you running with items, even though there's no pair of scissors in the game. And helmet down from Diesel's side, picking up his first maiden. And helmet down for Darkmagician. You know, I wonder what Link's thinking when he is talking to this maiden, or at least hearing her. How's the weather? How's it feel to be a crystal? Oh yeah, there's this and that. What are my uncles doing? Has he healed up? I always wonder that. Diesel off to grab his flute, his shovel, and to see a duck about, sorry everyone. Darkmagician on his way over to the flute boy as well. Flute Boy giving Diesel a shovel, which he will be using to dig up his flute, his ocarina. The inspiration for the Ocarina of Time. And he's off to sneak past Usain Bolt, the fastest guard in all of Hyrule. Diesel the first to wake up his bird, his swag duck. He's off to turn in his mushroom for the powder, a runner's best friend. Nice use of the flute dash by DM. Going to go drop off his mushroom as well. Both of them on their way to Thieves' Town to rescue a false maiden, get their superpower gloves, the Titan's Mitts. Diesel the first to approach the Hellway. Will we see the God Pixel? Oh, Dark Magician approaching his Hellway. Will he get the God Pixel? We got a virtual high five on the stairs. One of our runners going up, the other one coming down. Diesel on his way to pick up Blind, and then off to his Titan's mitts. Diesel just about to enter his blind fight. Blind, no matter what weapon you use on him, will take 9 hits. 3 per phase. As this fight is considered a scripted fight, as long as you hit him, you know, certain ways, you can basically dodge everything. And a beautiful blind fight for Diesel. He'll be picking up his second maiden. And Darkmagician started his blind fight. First hit is down. He's on to phase 2. And lines down for Darkmagician. Both of our runners sitting in the conversation with the second maiden, having her tell him their life, having them tell their life story. Now you'll notice our runners picking up 300 rupees here. That's because they are going to need that 300 rupees plus another set of 300 rupees to pay for the flippers, or also known as the finger webs from Zora. He charges us essentially, let me put it this way, he gouges us for 500 rupees. Diesel's first to pick up his frog and is returning him to his home in order to pick up his tempered sword. Temper sword, $10. Flippers, $500. 500 rupees. Knowing that you can actually get to Ganon, priceless. Was that the mythical fence dash on Diesel's side? I do not know. And now before our runners armed with the reforged and retempered Master Sword, they're off to the giant moth. And Diesel's the first to pick up his fire rod. Diesel choosing to burn everything in this hallway other than deal with those Gibdos. What will Darkmagician do? Choosing to burn everything as well. A wise choice. But for our runners that's about to enter Mophila, the room full of spikes, the boss that is immune to the actual golden sword, and Mophila down for Diesel, and the same for Darkmagician. Our two runners almost neck and neck, folks. Before our runners talking with their third maiden, I wonder what she's telling him now. I personally do not remember. I know that the last phrase is "May the Triforce protect you," or something like that. Our runners on their way to get Quake, and then the flippers. Okay. Will we see both of them do the bonk strats for Quake? That's all I will say. Will we see double bonk strats? Darkmagician getting the bonk strats. Diesel choosing to land exactly where Quake will be. Less than half a second off. Both about to pay the greedy fish 500 rupees for a pair of plastic flippers. Are they plastic or rubber? I'm never sure. Oh, good. Can you guys hear me again? Good. Okay, so both of our runners are now into Swamp Palace. It's still close as anything. They're mere seconds apart. If seconds could even be used to describe this. As a commentator, I don't know what to say to describe this race. It's just so exciting that even I just want to sit back and watch this. But I'm the one who's got to call the action here, so they're both pushing blocks at the same point. They're on their way to get the big key, and then their hook shot, and then off to Argus. Okay, was that a second between them picking up their big keys? I know someone's got to be timing this. Simultaneous splashdown. Will we see the simultaneous pickup of the boing boing boing? The hook shot? The Ocarina of Time runner's favorite tool? This race is on fire. Rod, that is. And yes, I know that's a bad pun. Diesel opting to pick up a few hearts in the restock room. Will our runners try for the zero cycle? Nope. Good old slash the puffs as fast as you can, strats. Every runner's favorite useful strategy. And Argus down for Darkmagician. And Diesel as well. Wow. So close. So close. And chat loving this race so far. Oh god, all the Yu-Gi-Oh puns in chat. Darkmagician on his way to pick up Ether. And it looks like Diesel will be as well. Either of our runners getting D-Rock blocked today. Though those flying, rolling, giant green cabbages are chasing them. And Darkmagician is the first to pick up his ether. And he's on his way to the Misery Mire. And Diesel less than 10 seconds behind him. Oh no! Darkmagician is going to pick up his Ice Rod first. His... Popsicle. Sorry, it took me a minute to think of a good pun for that. And even then, it wasn't that good. But Diesel on his way as well. Diesel just about to open up Misery Mire, while Darkmagician is in the first room and is making quick work of those Popies and Wizrobes. Darkmagician slightly ahead. We have a virtual high five, folks! A virtual high five for our runners! Darkmagician just about to pick up his big key, and then he'll be off to get his cane of Samaria. Your red cane. I will not even, although I wish to, won't go into the actual memes on that one. I'll let someone else handle that. And Darkmagician picks up his cane. Diesel just picking up his cane of Samaria. They're both off to the giant eye goo and the giant eyeball and the floating things in eyeballs. Now, the one fun thing I have to say about the Vitreous fight is they're all going to be standing in eye goo to take out some eyeballs with their sword, so that way the eyeballs don't deal 4 hearts of damage to them. I'd rather take 1 heart, and then they will be using arrows to eliminate the giant eyeball. Wow, how many times can I say "I" in one sentence? Darkmagician is into his Vitreous fight, taking his 1 heart of damage to avoid the giant eyeball slaughter. That last eye being Super Trolley. And Viddy down. Darkmagician picking up his 6th crystal. And Vitreous down on Diesel's side as well. So they're both off to rescue Zelda in Fraggle Rock. Someone asking which timeline this is? I believe it's the Downfall timeline, if I recall correctly. But I don't want to get into timeline stuff with Zelda because everybody's got their own opinion of it. But I'll tell you this much. My belief about what caused the downfall timeline: Link losing the Master Sword and Ocarina of Time at the very end of the boss fight. I think that's basically when his courage failed. There's an official timeline, yes. And Nintendo has been more than willing to change the official timeline on that one. But yes, this is the downfall timeline where Link fails to kill Ganon in Ocarina of Time. As I've said, my personal opinion, he fails, his courage fails, and he loses the Master Sword. When he's actually required to use the Big Round Sword or the Mega 10 Hammer. But back to the race. Darkmagician is our first runner into Fraggle Rock. And Diesel just about to use his wavy coin to get into it as well. Now, you see that both of our runners are pulling out their hook shot after lighting these torches. We can't tell whether or not this is a developer-intended strat or not, but using the hook shot will get us out of this room fast. And nice chain chomp room for Darkmagician. Hopefully, Diesel will get just as good of a chain chomp room, because I don't think either of them want to get chomped on. And Darkmagician just about to pick up his fairy and his big key. Diesel into the most dangerous room in the game. That does not involve a boss. That is a giant pig. No, getting a bite taken out of him. I guess those chain chomps would take a bite out of crime. Beautiful pokey room. It's the return of the bunny. Darkmagician pressing that switch and is on his way to the laser skip. Because who needs a giant riot shield? Darkmagician just about to enter the lair of Mean Joe Green. Though, sorry folks, no Coca-Cola to give him today. Opting for the backdoor strats. And the first two heads are down. And Trinex is down for Darkmagician. He's on his way to Ganon's Tower, folks. Nice laser skip for Diesel. Let's all say hi to Zelda. Can we get a hi, Zelda, in chat? Again, I hope you all are enjoying this fine and very close race. If you are, please remember to give our runners a follow. SDiezal and Darkmagician1184, as I know they both can be very entertaining. And Diesel's just about to face Mean Joe Green, and then he'll be off to the Tower of Ganon. Zelda and the other 6 maidens opening the tower for Darkmagician. And Diesel about to have his conversation with the princess named Zelda. Diesel on his way to Ganon's Tower, while Darkmagician is on his way to Ice Armos. Nice clean Ice Armors fight for Darkmagician. And SDiezal is approaching his Ice Armors fight as well. Darkmagician running a little low arrows, it seems. Hopefully he'll make every shot count. Luckily, he gets 15 arrows from those red Igors. Or is it Igors? Not sure. And Darkmagician just about to the Cannonball Z room. Cannonball Z, Cannonball Z, Diesel and his Ice Arms fight. Darkmagician threw his third rune of the gauntlet onto his last rune. Looks like Diesel's on his way to get his eggplant hat. A wise choice in the wardrobe, I'd say. Always makes Link look stylish with the eggplant hat. Darkmagician just about done his Landmolus too, and he's off to the first Wizard room. Diesel gets done his Cannonball Z room, opting to pick up the Joust Fairies. DM just about to face Trolldorm 2. Trolldorm no trolling. Trolldorm no trolling. Trolldorm no trolling. Please? Maybe? And Trolldorm 2 is down. Darkmagician on his way to his Aga 2 fight. Will we see any blue balls from Agadim? I hope not, but there's always that possibility. And a triple from Darkmagician! One blue ball so far from the main Aghanim. At 5. Aghanim 2 down for Darkmagician. Darkmagician just drops into the pig. Manages to get that opening slash off. And on Diesel's side, he needs to be careful. He's running a little bit low on magic, but it looks like he'll have enough. Darkmagician needs to be careful. Needs to be careful. He's down to half a heart. Diesel's just about to enter his Troll Run 2 fight. Wow, Darkmagician is on his phase 3 of Ganon. Darkmagician on his phase 4. On Diesel's side, Troll Room 2 is down, and he's on his way to Agatu. What a thrilling conclusion to this race, folks. This is going to be close for Darkmagician. And a double for Diesel and Agatu. And getting down for Darkmagician. Let's get those GGs in chat. It better make that an insane GG. According to speedrun.com, that is also a PB for Darkmagician. So, GG and congratulations, Darkmagician. He finishes up with official speedrun.com, speedruntv.com, speedracing.tv time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 13 seconds. Diesel into his Ganon fight. I'll see if I can pull our runners into here once Diesel finishes up. Diesel finishing up phase 3. Diesel on his way. I will not say what he's on his way for until Ganon is down, but most of you have already guessed that. And Ganon is down for Diesel. Let's get those GGs in chat, and congrats in chat for Diesel. as I'm pretty sure this is going to be a new PB for him. And SDiezal finishes with an official Speed Racing TV time of 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 3 seconds. GG to both of our racers. Greetings to the pair of you. How are you both doing after this epic race?
My heart's a little bit racing. Diesel, man. GG, you were on my tail.
Yeah, my heart's racing too, man. GG, dude.
GG to the pair of you.
I was watching like the restream the whole time, and every time I looked up, it was...
Yeah, I was too, and you were right. Like, we were like neck and neck pretty much the whole way, and I think we both PB'd, it looks like.
You both did PB. You both did PB.
No, this is a fake PB for me. My PB is actually a 1:33.46. I don't know if I've ever submitted it though.
Ah, okay.
And I've been on 1:31 pace multiple times, so.
Yeah, I've been on probably like a 1:37. What I got now. I've been on this pace for a really long time and just was never able to finish the run, but. I was surprised. Yeah, I was actually able to get it during a race. So, yeah, this was a really good race and a really good run.
Agreed. It was a pleasure for me to commentate on you both. So I have to ask you both, thoughts, feelings on how close this race was?
It was a great watch, and I mean, I was playing at the same time, so.
Yeah, I knew before going into this race, like it would be somewhat evenly matched. Dark definitely has a little bit of a step up on me, but I figured it would still come down to execution no matter what, who the victor would be.
Well, this race was a very good race to call. There were several times where you both were literally doing the same thing at the same time.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back and watch this one.
Same.
I just hope you both can bear with me for how bad my commentary will probably be.
Yeah, I messed up like some really silly stuff. Like I miscounted my arrow shots on Vitreous. I switched to mirror like an arrow too early, and he's still coming after me. Like, oh, I gotta switch back. And I think like I had a really weird cold stare fight, and just like minor stuff like that. But for the most part, it seemed like a very fluid run for me.
That is always good. That is always good for every runner on that one.
Dark, how many blue balls did you get?
I wasn't counting. I was just screwing around.
I think someone in chat said, I think you got, what, 4 blue balls? And I think you had 2, Diesel?
I think I had 3. If I may have miscounted 2, but I think I had 3.
Yeah, 4 makes sense for me.
And you both actually did this deathless, which is amazing on that one.
1 CC. Oh, wait, no, 0. 0 games played. Because I don't know why. That's what this game does.
I know. Darkmagician, I knew you were in chat. Did you see the entire Yu-Gi-Oh conversation that they had at one point? They were literally calling it like an actual game, a few turns of Yu-Gi-Oh.
I think it was during Ice Palace, and I was deadly serious in there because I ran out of bombs.
Oh, where did you run out of bombs at?
I don't remember where I lost one of my bombs, And then I missed the bomb on the Stalfos that fall from ceiling. So I had
dude,
no
I did the
bomb
same
jump.
thing. I did the exact same. I messed up the Stalfos room, and I think I was sitting at 3 bombs, and I had to pick up an extra one just to make sure I had enough for Ice Rod and then Mire.
Yeah, I don't know where I used my extra one because it was something dumb, but it just disappeared on me.
Again, GG to both of our runners, SDiezal and Darkmagician1184. Chat, if you enjoyed this race, please make sure to follow our runners. And I know we have another race scheduled for about, less than 20 minutes? Which it will be... Elminster RTA versus WQ. That one, even I am going to be going to watch.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Apparently that will be on the main Speed Gaming channel. So, until then, you two have any final words to say? Or should I, finish wrapping up and let the entire chat migrate over to catch that excellent race that's coming up?
I just want to say thanks for doing commentary. It was great listening to it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, and thanks to Speed Gaming and Feasel and everybody always involved. Awesome tournament so far, and GG again to Dark Magician.
Same.
And I guess this is Mages 1 signing off until the Master Sword is needed to be raised again. Good night, everyone. I highly do encourage you all to go over and check out our next race coming up.
Yeah, thanks again, everybody. Bye.